hands are cold.
It's a good thing I'm warm, babe.
I'm scared. They're screaming.
Baby, there's nothing to be scared about. I'll be your seatbelt. And Schnuckums will be there too.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love.
Excuse me, the line's moving.
She's mine, by the way.
In a few years, NASA is sending the first woman to the moon, and some people are really mad about that, but it is long overdue. 12 people have walked on the moon, and all of them were men, but that's not because women weren't qualified. In 1960, 9 years before the first moon landing, the guy who designed the insanely rigorous tests for male astronauts at NASA decided to test out those same tests on a small group of female pilots. Psychologically and physically, these tests were some of the most rigorous I've ever heard of, so I'll read you some of the things that I saw in these tests. They included things like swallowing a rubber tube in order to test the level of their stomach acids, electrically shocking their arms, extreme sensory deprivation tanks and psychological testing, shooting ice water into their ears to see how they recovered, riding weighted bicycles to exhaustion, forced hyperventilation, water survival, and a lot more. 25 women took these exams and 13 of them passed. One of them was a mother of 8 children. The women that passed are known as the Mercury 13. Anyways, they took more and more tests and they passed them all. They were taking the exact same tests as the men and they were doing just as well, if not better. Barry Cobb was in the top 2% of astronauts of any gender. But it didn't matter that they passed the same exams. NASA wouldn't send women to space. And the women took it to Congress, as they should. And before Congress, John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth, testified that women shouldn't be astronauts because it went against social order and that they wouldn't meet the criteria anyways. That last part is true. In order to be an astronaut at the time, you had to have graduated from a military jet test piloting school and have an engineering degree. But John Glenn himself did not meet this criteria and was still an astronaut. So you probably guessed it, but here's the problem. Women weren't allowed in Air Force training programs at that time, so even though they were all accomplished pilots, some with over 10,000 hours of flying time, they didn't qualify to be astronauts. But Congress didn't care. So it wasn't until 18 years later, after the last moon landings, that NASA finally allowed their first female astronauts. So yes, they are finally going to put a woman on the moon. And for some good news, one of the Mercury 13 did get to go to space. Blue Origin sent Wally Funk just last year, making her the oldest woman to ever go to space. But the rest of the women never got to go to space.
Yeah. Look! Hi-hat.
Huh? Huh?
808.
Huh?
Jay.
Huh? Ready?
Let's go get him.
Come on. I used to run the fast. Like they took around now run the that high hit, same snare, Berkeley bag.
Go get him.
Come on.
This is you. Like 1 p.m. Now run the bass like hot.
There. I run you the bag, girl. Work it back, now be back, boy. Go.
Come on, this is you.
Now be everywhere. That.
When an employee only does what's required, it's called quiet quitting. No, it's called doing your job. If I'm supposed to go above and beyond, then so should my pay. Don't expect something for nothing, right? Or does that only apply to poor people? Yeah, my employees show up every day, but they don't dress up like Santa Claus and bring me toys, so they're lazy. You're lucky that an employee does their job. I've done so little at work before that it wasn't even quietly quitting. It was technically robbing.
You think my outfit is offensive?
Are you Mexican?
No.
Yes.
I think it reaffirms stereotypes that are offensive to people.
It's not yours.
Do you find my outfit offensive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not your culture.
You don't really understand what their culture means and what it means to wear these things, like the hats and the maracas. You know, you sort of have to understand where all of this comes from for it to not be cultural appropriation.
Does my outfit offend you?
You look, no. You look nice.
Do you like my costume?
Yes.
Does it offend you?
No.
Do you like my outfit?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Does my outfit offend you?
No, not at all.
No, nothing. That's good.
You know, I'm actually. I hate it when Americans decide to tell the world what is right and what is wrong. Every damn time. Something that shouldn't be anything is something because you think about it and you're trying to put yourself in shoes that you cannot even relate to. It's mad. There's nothing wrong. He's not making fun of anybody. He's wearing something. Yes, it's not his culture, but he's wearing it. If a white person comes to Africa, dresses up like an African, the people in Africa, in whichever tribe she is, will love it that someone new is trying to embrace their culture. But if this same white person goes over to America and dresses up like, you know, an African of this tribe that she has visited, people there are going to judge and be like, why are you dressing like this? You're not from there. It's not for you to judge. Allow the people who are supposed to be offended, and if they are not, shut the fuck up. This is why most times people just get angry because, well, this is something that annoys people. It's not like it's offending them. It's just that, well, generally, people are annoyed with this, so I'm going to join the trend and be angry. It's none of your business. You're not a judge of this. And America is number one in doing this.
Oscar, I told you you're next. Come with me. Everything, okay. Everything is fine. Okay. You're a grown-up. You've done this before.
He looks
You're so silent. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're not mad. You're a good boy.
Oh, he looks so tiny.
You're so skinny. Skinny king. What? I know, you're so skinty. Skinty king. Okay, you're good. Last one, and you're good. You're just super soapy. Okay, you're done. Just gonna ring you out. Okay, let's go. Good boy. I'm so sorry. You're such a good boy.
This hatch chilies. Oh, is that what that is? Now that. Whoa. Uh-oh. What in the tarnation?
Thank you.
Yo estoy puesto pa' ti, tú te me quitas. Diablo, que pico te la.
Well, it's about that time. Behind us is an immodest peanut picker that we got in 2000. Jeff, really? My daddy purchased this in 2005, so it's 17 years old, and we still use it today on our farm. Let's take a closer look at it. Let's go up top. Here we are on top of the peanut picker, and as you can tell, the basket is open. Let's see what it looks like up under that basket. These are called the cylinder teeth. Did you pan it or not?
Yeah, I panned it.
Are you rolling or not?
I'm rolling.
There's a lot of inner workings inside this immodest peanut picker. You notice you've got dozens of peanut picker teeth that we call, and that is what is used to separate the peanuts from the vine. Fan with the other hand. Don't fan. How am I going to stabilize this footage? Let's hop down and look at the auger system. This is where it all starts. When this is in motion, it's moving, picking the peanuts up and augering them to the middle of the machine. Very little surface. Always check your tires, because in about 2 weeks, we're gonna be picking Keefy.
Guys, I swear I'm making somebody's day. So I'm trying to troubleshoot biorender.
And the person's like, yeah, let me help you. And I'm just like, cool, let me just type in a reply. And I can't type anything. And so it was like, well, maybe I can do the GIFs. And so it lets me type in the GIFs. And so I sent the whole message. I can't type. It's not. And then they're like, man, professional message. You might be in the wrong browser. And I was like, that may be it. I'm on Firefox. And they're like, great, try Chrome. I don't know how the person on the other end of this isn't dying. Time to change the browser.
You're amazing. Congratulations. You're gonna be a baby. Wait, hang on. I think you're going too far. Go back. Go back. Oh, no, what a shame. Excuse me. Yep. Do you know where I'm supposed to meet the sperm? Wasn't he up there? No, I didn't see anyone. Well, he didn't come then. Oh, sorry about that. I don't mind waiting. I'm afraid that's not going to be possible. I'll just go back up and wait. I really don't. It's a one-way system. Well, what am I supposed to do then? You'll be reabsorbed. What? Sorry. No. Never gets any easier. Come on, girls. Let's get out of here.